I pray to God they get to the bottom of it.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
And the
Hold on a
voters
minute.
aren't the only ones who feel duped. You feel like you were taken advantage of?
Yeah.
Wow.
I really do. And they made it seem like
Watching this, good morning. I'm your host, BKP, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Watching this story here in North Carolina unfold. You would think, concerning these absentee ballots, you would think, the media would put as much time into Orange County, California, Broward County, Florida, Gwinnett County, Georgia, DeKalb, whatever. But so up here, I mean, the media looking for that corruption in elections in North Carolina. Elections is something that just will not go away, will it? Democrats' new game plan in elections: never stop until you win. Never stop until you turn the results around. Never stop until you win. Do not concede. Do not admit defeat, that you've lost. And so let's change directions here. It's Thursday. That means it's Carla's Corner. 12/6/2018. And baby, it is cold outside. Is that against the law now? The radio station, right? I really should go, right? Baby, it's cold outside, right? Is that against the law? Radio station pulled it. Now, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the whole bully symbol thing, that's bad. Real bad. Rudolph, bad. Charlie Brown, bad. Baby, it's cold outside, bad. Oh. Well, there you go. If you'd like to contact the show, 706-889-9700, chief at fetchernews.com. And there's all the ways to follow us on social media. Now, there is a lot going on and a lot to filter through and a lot of speculation and gossip. We will go through everything today and try to get an updated status for you. A lot of people, if you will Google around the world, wherever you're watching today, what country you're in, whatever state you're in, if you're watching today, or if you've been watching Atlanta News, FetcherNews.com. We put this up yesterday. 2 days ago we put it up. Yesterday we put up the arrest report. And this morning at 10:30, Blake Dickey, Blake Dickey, a.k.a. Blake Dye, 15 years old, and Hunter Hill, 15 years old. But let me just say this. They have released the pictures. They are being kept right now at the Albert Shaw Regional Detention Center, Youth Detention Center, but they will be tried as adults. We can put the picture up. We're getting messages. So the Atlanta News and everybody, if law enforcement sends us, let me just clear up to you so people understand out there about the juveniles in the state of Georgia. And if law enforcement chooses to arrest them, book them, okay, on charges, which would be the district attorney there, book them on charges, put them through superior court, okay? That means they're being tried as adults, and the comments that we're getting, and probably other media getting, that we're not allowed to post their picture is nonsense, okay? So let's get that clear. Those are the rules. If it's juvenile and it's going to be handled through juvenile court and it's going to be handled as a juvenile crime, they will never be arraigned and marched through superior court. They'll never see the day of a superior court, okay? They'll have a juvenile judge. We have a court for juveniles, all right? They will not go through the superior court system. They will not be booked, fingerprinted, and put through the legal system as far as arrested at your sheriff's office, booked, photographed, and so forth. They would not be. So it's a pretty simple rule of thumb. If law enforcement sends us a booking report, it's what it's called, and the pictures are there, that means they're being processed through superior court. That's the big boy court, the big girl court, and they're being processed as adults and will be tried as adults. That's, it doesn't quote say it there, but that's how, for those that question, that we can, and the other Atlanta media and others out there can post 15-year-old pictures, arrest pictures of these two kids, which murdered somebody. Now, Blake Dye, a.k.a. Blake Dye, and Hunter Hill, 15 years old, both of Blairsville, Georgia, for the murder of Justin McKinney, 33, of Morganton. Now, McKinney supposedly was a drug dealer. They murdered him. Supposedly these two kids, now there's a driver, they're only 15. So there's a third arrest that I'm not aware if it's taken place yet. But there should have been, or will be a third arrest to take place, as the driver, my understanding, should be a third arrest coming. And also there's a lot more to this story. Supposedly Justin McKinney was a drug dealer. Supposedly one of these brothers, one of these guys' brother, the night before, this is according to a lot of chatter right now, the night before had purchased some drugs from Justin McKinney, and in doing that, purchasing the drugs, overdosed, got a bad dose, and these two were going back to avenge the brother. So we don't know about the overdose. We don't know what the status is of the individual there, but supposedly they were going back to avenge the brother for McKinney selling them bad drugs. Now, a lot of that, I want to be very clear, look in the camera, we got to tie together. A lot of that is chatter that is not being released at this time from GBI. If you go to fetchyournews.com and you see fatal shooting in Fannin County, you'll see all the GBI, you'll see the booking report, you'll see the GBI statement, and so forth. But right now, a lot of this is not being released by the GBI or confirmed, just what we're picking up in the chatter and sources that have contacted FYN. Now, moving right along, both of these guys will be standing before a Superior Court judge in Fannin County at 10:30 this morning and be asked if they have attorneys, looking for attorneys, understand the charges. So I guess what's that called, being arraigned or whatever. But they will be in court, both of these guys, at 10:30 this morning, and we will be there. FYN TV will be there. So that's a little update. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, two 15-year-old kids went to a home of Justin McKinney and shot and murdered him. That would be Blake Dickey and Hunter Hill. They're 15-year-old kids, and wounded the wife, I think it is. Let's see, approximately shot and fatally took place Tuesday morning, and wounded the female was taken to the hospital with trauma care treatment. When the deputies arrived at the home area of Elrod Lane in Morganton, and I'm looking for the female's name. Headed her here earlier. Josh was looking at it. I'll find it here in just a second. Anna Franklin. I'm sorry, it doesn't. The male is McKinney. He's dead, and the female that was at the home, Anna Franklin, 35 of Morganton, was taken to the hospital for treatment. So a lot more developing on this murder case surrounding drugs. Surrounding drugs, okay? Drugs being sold to kids. There's so much we have to unpack, as they say, in this story. I mean, we're discussing 15-year-old kids going to a home of a 33-year-old drug dealer, Justin McKinney, dealing drugs to kids. Okay? Now, here is what I have to say in all due respect to law enforcement, and make sure I'm very clear on this. And I do not want any law enforcement to get what I'm about to say wrong. But it seems to be there's enough chatter from these kids on social media on what happened, who is whose girlfriend, who is whose sister, what really happened. It's all out there, the chatter on the social media. But it seems to be there's not enough information to get to McKinney's house before 15-year-old kids are sold drugs, before somebody is dead, and before 15-year-old kids are going before the judge. What if? What if law enforcement was responding, okay, before, and not responding to a call that came in? Now, you know, the friends, many of the men and women and law enforcement and Fannin County Drug Task Force, all of you out there, you're dear friends, you're good people, you're hard workers. But I'm just going to look in the camera and say, let's just look at this case for what it is. 33-year-old man, drug dealer, well known to children, damn it, are buying drugs. And we missed it. We got to get on top of this, folks. It must get better in North Georgia with the drug situation. We need to clean them out. All right, so I didn't intend to say that. Josh, have you been here long enough to pick up when I didn't intend to say something and I just do it? So, huh? Do you understand where I'm coming from? I mean, I'm sitting here doing a story about a 33-year-old man selling drugs to kids, and the kid got a bad drug, OD'd, and other kids go back to avenge the kid that got a bad drug, and someone is dead. A man selling drugs to kids. All right, I got to move on. I could go on all day with this, and hell. And Democrats, how's that got to do with Democrats? They could care less what the hell comes across that border. They don't give a rat's patootie what comes across that border. Could care less. All right, let's move along here. Let's move along. Nothing to see. Other than, hold on, I have my pictures up here. Let's go with number, where's it at there? I had it here somewhere, Josh. Give me number 10. Okay, number 10 is the funeral train. 70 miles. I can't remember. I looked at the history this morning, but I just got worked up on the whole drug murder thing there in Fannin County this morning. But the funeral train there will go Presidential Library Museum, George Bush, 70 some miles with George H. Bush. And then today, farewell to a president. This was 4 a.m. Central Time in Houston. Give me picture number 1. So they are allowing the public in Houston to come through and come through. Number 1, please come through and visit, pay their respects one last time to farewell to the president. Did it freeze up or something? Okay, no problem. I understand. Number 1. All right. When it froze up, could you double check and make sure it's still broadcasting? Because the other. All right. Okay. All right. Just froze up the picture. All right. There we go. Farewell to the president of the H.W. Bush there in Houston, and that'll be today. And the media absolutely loved this picture. The media, this meant everything to them. Give me number 9. Number 9. Tension as first families honored George H. Bush. And we noticed that the president came in and sat down. And because they were next to him, shook Obama's hand. They put the presidents in order. Okay, there's Clinton, and there's wannabe Hillary. I want to be president. I should be up here. I should be sitting right here as one of the presidents. I should be sitting on the end. And there's Carter and Rosalind from Georgia, so it's in the order there. Now, let me ask you a question. There's a couple things. Now, Monday, remember I told you that they were on Trump watch. And I'm telling you, you don't have to believe this if you don't want to. But there was a team from all the left media that was watching every move of Donald J. Trump's to see when he would break and not be presidential during this time. I mean, they were waiting to write about him during this time of how he could not hold it together. He couldn't even be presidential for 4 days. My question is it over? I mean, because today they're having the funeral in D.C., I mean, in Houston, can Trump now go back to being Trump, or does he continue having to act presidential for the media? But they've watched him for 4 days, waiting for him to crack. Yesterday, the tensions. That's all they could talk about. Now, I think Rush said this. I do not know. I did not listen. It's going around social media. Some people have picked it up. And I must agree, so I want to repeat it this morning from many that I've read on the internet, and I don't know who said it first, but don't you find it interesting how the media loves a dead Republican? I mean, they absolutely love a Republican if they're dead and gone, all right? George H.W. Bush, and we'll get into next week some of the other side of this president that was not discussed this week. We're showing our respect here as a unified country this week, hopefully, with the exception of the media. But, you know, when George H. Bush looked at the camera and he looked at the American people and said, "Read my lips, no new taxes," all right? And they came to him and sat down, and they came to him, and let's get yesterday, Al Simpson. What number is he? I'm going to get to him right now, folks. Trying to get there. Give me number. I should have it in a second here. Give me number 20. This is former Senator Alan Simpson, a friend of George H. Bush. Yesterday, Brian Mahoney, the former Prime Minister of Canada, Meacham, I forget his first name, and George W., President George W., and Alan Simpson eulogized the president yesterday. It's some good moments. I enjoyed what they had to say. I enjoyed hearing them. But when he said the words, "Read my lips, no new taxes," okay? Read my lips, no new taxes. And they came in the office, we'll just put it together here, and they had this great deal, and they had to cut this and up this and adjust this. But, Mr. President, this is not going to be done without some new revenue. Now, what a lot of people did not talk about this week was the S&L scandal, the collapse, okay? The S&L scandal that took place, all right, when George H. Bush was president of the United States, that had to be dealt with, the S&L crisis in this country, which had to be dealt with, and we bailed them out, and we were bailing out people left and right and doing things. Don't forget that. Do a little research on S&L scandal. And at that time, they come in and they say, "Hey, Mr. President, you know, the Democrats, we got to do this. We'll get it through, and this will be good. This will be good for America. It will put the country on a solid financial footing. It will turn the economy around. It'll get some things behind us, past us, whatever the case may be." And you would think after that the Democrats would have come out and campaigned for him. You would think after that the Democrats would have came out and said, "This is the greatest president. We don't want to take a chance, okay? We want George H.W. Bush for a second term." But no, the minute they left the room, and let's go to number one. I think number one is the one I'm looking for right now. Let's go back to number 1. The minute they left the room, farewell to a president, that's when they said farewell to the president, the Democrats. So the real Democrat farewell to a president was the day they left the room after convincing the guy to sign on to new taxes. Farewell to a president. So the only thing I'm going to say, America, if you can get these words to your Republican friends, okay, if you can get these words to your Republican congressman, if you can get these words to your Republican senator and your Republican president of the United States, just grab that farewell to a president and write that down. Farewell to a president. Because on that day, Republicans will be well liked. Okay? Republicans will be well thought of. Republicans will be remembered for the great people that they were on that day by Democrats. And farewell to a president. Democrats will wish you farewell the minute they leave your office door and walk out, because they will not acknowledge how great the decision is you just made. They will not acknowledge how well you negotiated that package or this or that. They will not acknowledge any of that. They will walk out that door and it will be farewell to you immediately. So farewell to a president. Just write that down, Republicans. Please write that down. Now, it's 8:22. It's almost time for Carlin's Corner. There's a couple things I want to go over. Let's go to number 3. Senate panel delays judicial picks amid Mueller standoff. There's Jeff Flake. Jeff Flake, Republican of Arizona, that is retired, that is going home. He's only got 3 weeks to work, live and play at the Washington, D.C. Capitol there. Okay. And he is making the most of it. He is wanting a protection bill for the special counsel, Robert Mueller. We do not know his reasoning, but we cannot get any true reasoning why he needs a protection bill for Robert Mueller to the floor. Now, Flake, for what you call him the names, you know, we know all the names that he's been called, and we've called him those names right here. We also want to say that Flake, Jeff Flake, knows what he's proposing on the floor is unconstitutional. Okay? He knows that. Jeff Flake knows once what he proposes goes to the floor, the protection piece of legislation for Bob Mueller goes to the floor, is voted on, the president will veto it. But Flake knows every minute he stands in front of the cameras, okay, that what he's proposing is unconstitutional. But he is on the Senate Judicial Committee, which approves or recommends judges to the Senate. That's the process. He will not. He is holding up a couple dozen judges, the appointment of a couple dozen judges. Okay. Number 4. Okay, give me number 4. Grassley blinks. Okay. Grassley blinks in battle with Flake. Postpones Thursday hearing on judicial nominees. So Grassley's postponing it. He's the chair. What does Grassley... Why do I want to bring this story up? Because yesterday, I know you could say, well, I got it wrong on plead the 5th, but I didn't get it wrong. The point I wanted to make was Roger Stone can just ignore this committee from the ranking side, Dianne Feinstein. He can just say, look, my 5th Amendment says, you know, I'm going to plead the 5th Amendment. I don't have to speak to you, okay? I don't have to incriminate myself. I don't have to send you nothing because you're powerless. So what Roger Stone did yesterday to Dianne Feinstein, which she released, which the media love for a day. They love a story for a day, and they'll get back to it. But they released pleading the 5th. Okay? They did not have the power. See, the Judicial Committee, Grassley had the power. So you didn't see yesterday Grassley come out and say, we're trying to get Roger Stone to come before this committee, and he will not. And that's all I'm saying, because I tried to make the parallel, is over in the House Judicial Committee, okay, in about 4 weeks, they will be as powerless as Dianne Feinstein is with Roger Stone. I just wanted to share that yesterday. And then number 5 here is a tweet from Jeff Flakes. The Senate needs to protect the special counsel. Why? I don't know. Let me get to one, because we're going to do it we're going to do this one at 9 o'clock. I want to talk about it just a little more, okay? Let's go with number 16. And I'll tell you what, if you could tell me, I need your help out there, if you could tell me why Khashoggi's murder is that important. Now stay with me. There at no time is murder okay. Why is Khashoggi's murder that important to these senators? Why is this such a big deal? Is this the area that Republicans can help Democrats push back on Trump all of a sudden? I don't know. But don't you wish senators push for a deal targeting Saudi Arabia? Don't you wish? Now this is Khashoggi. Give me, I gotta go here. It's time for Carla's Corner. But give me number 18. Okay. If you look at number 18, there's Khashoggi. He is not an American citizen. He's an American resident. He is a contributor to the Washington Post. He is a citizen from Saudi Arabia. And we know the story went into the consulate at Istanbul, I think, to finalize some paperwork with the Saudi Arabian government for his wife to be or something. I'm not for sure. And he doesn't come out alive. Simple as that. Do you not wish out there, now this is not an American citizen, do you not wish out there that the same pressure would have been put on Saudi Arabia, the same senators, the same look into would have been handled this way after 9/11 and the Saudis' involvement in 9/11, and now all of a sudden we've got a prince that allegedly killed a guy? Interesting. I'm your host, BKP. It's time for Carla's Corner. Let's talk about all of that when we come back at 9 o'clock. But right after these messages, I'm going to invite my friend Carla in here, see what's going on with her. Take us a break, Josh.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
Better days ahead.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
8 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hey guys! So I don't know if y'all watched the college football playoffs, where they announced the playoff rankings for the national championship playoffs, but there was this guy and his job was to put in the graphics at the very last minute of who was going into what numbers. They were just waiting on him to type as fast as he could to put that information in. Today, at this very moment, that's our boy Josh. I just sent him a ton of pictures, and he has to get them in, like, quickly, because, you know, last week I said I would have my act together, maybe. Today was maybe. So Josh
is over there
he's
trying
over there, like, getting all my graphics in for me.
And you are?
Huh?
And you are?
Oh, I'm Carla. This is Carla's Corner. But I just wanted y'all to know that the man of the hour is not myself or Brian. It is Josh, because Josh is putting our graphics in right now.
Okay, we're going to give Josh another 30 seconds. That's how long we give him around here. Josh, you had 30 seconds to do that, man. But do you have any Georgia Bulldog crying you would like to get out of the way before we start going any further? I have not.
Just like everything with you.
With me?
It was politics, and so I don't talk politics. And
wow.
It was not about football. It was about politics. Let's be real right now. And I am Team SEC this week. This coming up whenever all these bowl games and stuff are, because I believe every SEC team that has a bowl game is going to win their bowl game, and it's going to be a big, giant
So, all right, let me wrap this up. What you're saying is the SEC will show they are the conference of strength that cannot be beat.
And there's absolutely no reason that two SEC teams can't be in a college football
Yeah, you lost.
playoff.
You lost. There's a reason.
Don't get me arguing on this.
You lost.
Doesn't matter. It's not about who wins and losses. It's about the best four teams in the country. Ain't you heard Kirk Herbstreit talk yet? Best four teams in the country.
Yeah, really. Okay. There's no.
Don't make me go.
Wait a minute. We have it
Count
on
the very
tape.
last vote.
We have
The
it
very
on
last
tape.
one.
It's not about winning or losing. It's how you play the game, boys. All right, let's move along. So Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is a bully. We learned that this week.
Oh.
I'm trying to get you all.
The only thing I've seen, like, I've kind of ignored all of that because I just don't need that negativity in my life.
Got it. I'm with you on that.
But I did see a post where somebody said, if you want to talk about all this bullying amongst Christmas programs, the baby it's cold outside drama, let's talk about, some serious bullying that, like, I don't want to get religious, but there was just a statement made that if you're going to talk serious bullying, why don't we talk about the person that was chastised and hung on a cross for, if you want to be that dead serious.
That has gone around social media. I know what you're saying, and we're not.
But it's just
I understand.
Stupid. It's like you can find it in anything. So please find it if you want to. If you got free time and you have nothing to do but pick apart programming that's been around for longer than. By the way, I have a 25th anniversary edition of a toy that I had when I was a kid. I've hit that age in my life.
That's the saddest story I've ever heard. That's so sad. I feel for you right now. 25th edition. Oh,
I died
It
when
is
I saw
so.
it.
Did you really? Let me introduce you
Well,
to
Josh
my
has got
world.
our stuff together now.
Wait a minute. You don't just gloss over that.
Oh, there's our first one. We're moving forward. You can't stop it now.
No, it's stopping it. What do we have here?
So this is our special gift edition. And this is the men's gift ideas with Artful LJ. They have multiple gift options. They have beard oils, beard spray, nice pins, wallets, flask, lots of options and gift ideas for men that you can shop local and get those things. I really wanted to point that out because sometimes men are hard to buy for, and I typically tend to lean toward like our local Ace Hardware or places like that when I mention men's gifts. But I saw this post this week and I thought, That's some good ideas for some
Yeah, I
gifts.
misplaced my flask, and I need one of those leather ones. I only take that and use that and drink when I'm at the opera.
Mm-hmm.
But anyhow,
I bought Charlie beard oil for his birthday and all the beard stuff for his birthday last year.
What's beard oil?
It makes it all soft and kind of keeps it from going crazy.
Okay.
He likes it.
I have no idea. Where is this at? Hey, slow down! Back up!
He's like, it's done,
Where is
it's
this
over.
at? Where is this at?
This is at Artful LJ, which is a new business in downtown LJ, right on the corner of River Street and North Main Street.
Artful LJ. Now you can move along, Josh.
So I love these. I've actually featured these a couple of times on social media. These are hand-designed postcards. A local artist makes these postcards, and you can purchase them at Luch and Quigley. And I think Misty Hollow Antiques has these postcards as well that are hand-designed by this artist here locally. But these are the greatest little gifts for people. They're little LJ, locally drawn cards. Not very expensive, great stocking stuff for gift ideas. Send it to people that are overseas or you miss that during the holidays, or people that used to live in LJ that would I love them. I think they're great little gift ideas, stocking stuffer.
Right here where you're at here, now these are postcards, okay? And I want to use, let's just say, this is a warming gift that you enjoy when somebody opens or looks at it, and they just get so much out of it, because sometimes we get so caught up in Christmas, and I just want to be careful here. You go do what you want to do. And I've watched for years, from kids to adults to everybody, open these things with excitement, and next thing you know, it's piled over in the corner, stacked over in the corner.
Yeah.
And, everybody needs a good sweater or whatever, but it's little gifts like this that just are so enjoyable, and people, you know what I'm saying?
Especially if you have people out of town that used to live here.
Exactly.
They will really enjoy this and appreciate it. When they get that postcard in the mail, or if you send them a couple of them that they can use, they would really appreciate it, because they would recognize these buildings on it, and it would be nostalgic.
Right, and it's a local artist here. So where is this again?
You can get those at Luch and Quigley or Misty Hollow Antiques.
Moving right along.
So this is, of course, I have to mention this every time we do gift ideas. North Georgia Diamond has great gift selections.
Bill, I understand we have to mention this. Allison, I understand we have to mention this. We absolutely love you.
I couldn't mention one item either, because they basically have everything you need to buy for your lady for the holidays. They even, if you're planning a proposal for the holidays, if you're planning, if there's a special anniversary coming up this year, they also have great gifts for, some of this. They have the stackable bands if you like those. They have other gift ideas. They carry this. I think they carry the sunglasses, the really nice.
Absolutely.
They have a little bit of everything.
Watches, rings, sunglasses, you name it. And, here's what I want to do. I don't want to gloss over real quick, because they are jewelers. Okay, there's a difference, okay? They make jewelry.
Yeah, that's one thing.
They will custom design. If you walk in, let's say you have a ring from your mom, and this person has a ring.
Dad's ring.
Right, and this person has a ring from their mom, and you want to put them together. And they are amazing jewelers. They create things,
I
right?
use this picture is because most of the jewelry pictures on their social media are custom pieces they've done for people. So, and they took Charlie's dad's ring, his wedding ring, and they actually redipped it into make it white gold instead of gold for him for our wedding. So that was a cool. As the lady said, she made it new school for him.
You could be walking around wearing custom design quality jewelry from right there that nobody has just for you. And these two here, they travel the world, and all the latest. They have the latest 3D scanner.
Yep.
I could go on and on. Great place. Bill and Allison, thank you very much.
And they're in the Highlands Crossing Shopping Center.
Highlands Crossing Shopping Center, North Georgia Diamond. Moving right along.
Of course, I had to mention gift baskets from our Apple House. And these are the greatest gifts. And You can pick them up. Family loves them. They're great for coworkers. They're great for, especially like if you're going out of town to see family, because these are products they can't get. Ciders, taffy, all kinds of good stuff. Apples, jellies, jams. Great gifts. These baskets are at Red Apple Barn, but you can get gift baskets from Red Apple Barn, R&A Orchards, BJ Reese is still open, so Panorama, any of these places you can get some great gift baskets, and I promise you, nobody's going to be sad that they get these gift baskets.
You know, when you get a gift basket, you always do, I call it the dig through.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
What's in this basket? Dig through, okay? So anyhow, and one more time, who is this?
These baskets are from Red Apple Barn, but you can get these wonderful gift baskets with local products from any of our Apple houses.
Moving right along, or next.
So I love these. I shared these last night.
I know this. I already know where this is going. Go ahead.
These are at Southern Flair Antique and Interiors, but I actually know the person that makes these signs.
Oh, really?
That puts it's another local crafter. But I mean, who wouldn't want one of these signs? Like, especially if you have family out of town, you can get their city made on it. You can get their names. She can tell you the crafter, or you can just buy these that they have there in the store. That, you know, if you have family in Atlanta or family that love LJ that visit here often or whatever, these are great gift ideas. And she has so much more than this, obviously. She has a great store, and you can pretty much find everybody a gift in that store. So,
if you go into Southern Flair, let me just put it like this. You will wander around for a little while.
Oh, yeah.
You will not go in for 5 minutes.
If you don't get stuck on the back porch staring at the river.
You know, if you go into Southern Flair, let me just say one more. Like, you could go in there and say to somebody, say, I was just wondering what you have in here, and that does not take 5 minutes. So if you say, I was just wondering what you guys sell, that doesn't take 5 minutes. You will wander around for a while.
Yeah. And they have some great Christmas ornaments, too.
And where is Southern Flair?
Southern Flair is located on Highway 52, just under the 515 bridge, on the right side next to the Cartacay River.
Moving right along.
I love these.
Oh, I figured you would.
These are custom ornaments that you can only get at Hometown Florist and Yesterday's Decor. They have someone making these ornaments for the holidays. They have a couple different varieties, but this was my favorite one, so I wanted to share it. But great Christmas ornament idea.
These are a few of my favorite things, right?
Yeah. I love
All
this
right,
ornament.
I won't say.
And Hometown Florist is located on
won't happen again,
River
folks.
Street, so you can swing in there. You can actually give them a call, and they'll hold the ornaments for you, or let them know that you're coming to get one. But these are custom-made ornaments.
Custom-made, LJ only ornaments right there at where?
Hometown Florist and Yesterday's Decor on River Street.
Okay, moving right along.
Of course. So, yes, we had some of this wine at our Christmas Connections Tuesday night, and it was amazing. This is our Christmas Red and Christmas White made by Chateau Maitre, and you can buy this at Appalachian Beverage or Mountain Treasures or Chateau Maitre. But these are special wines that are made for the holidays, a red and a white. Both have, the white is kind of dry, the red is kind of dry, it's kind of a sweet dry, but it's a red blend, and it has some holiday tones to it. So I think it's a great thing to have at your Christmas parties, to give it gifts. Definitely wanted to mention some holiday wines. You also have the Chimney Noel from Cartacay Vineyards. That's also a great holiday wine.
You know, and I'm just going to say I've not looked this up, but I'm going to tell you all the vineyards will ship for you. Okay, I guarantee it. It's
I don't know that they can.
Why can't they?
I don't think you can ship.
You can't ship wine?
I don't know. Call and ask. Some of them do, I think. I feel like
you can't send a gift. You probably can.
Chateau Maitre shipping wine now.
Can you send a gift box of wine? I don't know.
I don't know. If you want it shipped, call them. Let them tell you. I have no idea.
I don't know. I just think it would be like when I look at it, I think it's a great gift. I think it's a great gift, and I don't know if you can do that. Maybe you can't do it. I don't know. Huh?
Don't hold it. We're not making this like.
Yes, this is not official. This is not an official statement.
We think that you can have it shipped.
I would check. I think it's a great gift. I mean, I'm telling you right now, the great gift from LJ, because the winery's here. Amazing, amazing. And I don't know if you can, but if you could ship a gift of wine, I would do it. But we can't say that officially.
Or just buy a case and go to have a Christmas party.
I'm talking to your friends.
I had so much fun pouring wine Tuesday night.
Pouring, yeah. She had a lot of fun pouring wine, folks.
I did.
Yeah. Okay. And moving right along. Sorry if you're not allowed to do that. I don't know. All right. Oh my gosh, what do we have
So these
here?
are so cool. These are walls of books, and I know that obviously you can get books there, and Brian's going to plug some books. You going to plug books?
In just a second, I'm going to tell the fine folks at home what they can buy.
These candles are so amazing, and they smell amazing. These particular candles are for the Harry Potter series. So all the candles are scented and designed around the Harry Potter, but they do have other candles based off of other books and other things. But anyway, I love these candles, and I had to mention them. They're just so cool. And if you've got Harry Potter fans, Fantastic Beasts people, they will love this stuff. And they also have Harry Potter books, so and some of the newer books they have used and new. I'm actually starting the Harry Potter series for the first time, so I'm kind of excited about that. But anyway, but they have all kinds of books.
Okay. Now, Walls of Books, located in East LJ. What's the name of that shopping center? I don't know what the name is. But anyhow, Walls of
It's
Books.
right next to our office.
Right next to their office, the chamber. Walls of Books. Now, I want to say this. They sell used books. They take trade in. Okay? This is your bookstore.
I just took my kids' books that they're way below their reading level.
Right, exactly.
I just took their books there and traded them in.
And
you get money, so you can buy your kids more books for the holidays because you traded in books that they can't read anime.
Well, here's what I want to say is, first of all, I want to encourage you. That's where I purchase my books, and that's where I go to get my books. They order books for me. They can special order books. You can go through the books they have. You could trade books in, get new books, get credit for it, whatever. And I'm going to tell you right now, and can you give me the lady's name? Because it escapes me.
Miss Jan?
Miss Jan, right?
Yeah.
This is going to be your new best friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is going to be your new best friend, and go over there and make it your bookstore. When you walk in, I think what I like is when you walk in, it's your bookstore.
Yeah, I love going there.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you've walked into your personal library.
And there's great like LJ books, like history
right,
books.
Exactly.
And books on LJ or the North Georgia mountains and things like that. So if you're looking for something kind of unique for a reader in your family, those are great. I always tell parents that are struggling with controlling the cost of Christmas, great idea is get your kids something to read, something to wear, something they want, and something they need. 4 gifts.
You know, I want to stress Walls of Books, and I want to ask you to please go put on your Christmas list for your children some books. Okay, pick up a couple books. Make sure the kids on Christmas Day have a couple books. I can't say enough about that. Walls of Books. All right, you got anything else?
Yeah.
What? Village Crossing is the name of it.
Oh, Village Crossing.
Village Crossing.
So these are so cool. We have a new pet store.
Are those dog bowls? I don't have my glasses.
Yeah, those are dog bowls, but they're cool. They're like tree stumps that have been carved with dog bowls in them. So they're super cool. Rusticy. I like them.
I'm not saying I don't like them. But I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
I think they're awesome. But they're at Southpaw Natural Pets. They're located...
Southpaw?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're at the North Paw. Sorry, I had to do that. They're actually north of
The next
LJ.
time I tell a... Folks, stop. Put the brakes on. The next time I tell a cheesy joke... So they're at Southpaw. They're
Southpaw Natural Pets, but they're north of LJ on the right-hand side, near, isn't Lifetime Medical on the north?
Yes, yes.
They're near them. Right up 515 on the right side.
Yes.
On the right-hand side of the road. They have great gifts. They have the CBD oil for your pets. They have sweaters. They have collars and leashes and food and treats, and they actually have these jars of all these natural treats, and you can mix and match bags for your pets. So great place to go if you want to shop for your pets, and it's local, local owner. Great way to do that with staying local. So.
And the name of this again?
Southpaw Natural Pets.
And it's on the right-hand side, traveling north on 515. Now, we are rushed for time, but this was great. Thank you very much for setting this up. Thank you very much for...
He's got one more.
Oh, okay. My apologies.
Hold on. I did good. I had to show this.
Wow.
So this is a print that was painted a couple years ago by a local artist, Miss Gayla. She painted this as an old historic scene of downtown LJ at Christmas. She actually started Light Up LJ many, many moons ago. We have these prints for sale at the Chamber. You can buy them. They are $25, and we do ship them. There's an additional charge of $7 if you want them shipped, but we have them for sale at the Chamber if you would like to buy the prints. They are 18 by 24. They are signed and numbered.
Signed and numbered. These prints are at the Gilmer Chamber. Beautiful, Carla. Okay, now we're not pressed for time because
that was the last one.
But is there anything else we must know?
There's several holiday events coming up that you need to, I mean, obviously there's places you can go see Santa. We kind of talked about that last week. There is the big Christmas community concert that's happening next weekend. I'll plug that a little more next week, but just look at our calendar of events. There's great things that you can do on our calendar of events. Check it out, but I really wanted this to be our holiday gift idea show, so that's what it was.
Okay, how was the Christmas connection?
It was good. We had a great crowd. Good food. We did Feliz Navidad.
I need to know. I need to know off the air, or you could tell me on the air. I don't care where these tamales came from.
They came from. I'll get it right. Country Corner Kitchen.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Tony made
I
those.
want to give a shout out to Country Corner Kitchen, right?
Yep.
With these tamales. I apologize for all my chamber friends. I had a previous engagement I had to go to. Lisa attended.
Thank you for being there.
Lisa
at your other previous engagement.
Lisa attended the Christmas Connection.
She had fun.
It's as simple as that, right?
She had fun.
Okay, she attended the Christmas Connection, and so I get home, and thank you. She actually put your name on. She said, Carla sent these tamales home. So
thank you, Lisa.
And they were, she couldn't remember where they were from, and they were amazing.
They were very good tamales. But we had tamales, we had a nacho bar, we had, and then like that was one room. We had a Feliz Navidad room, and then in another room we had like the cheese platters and the fruits and the veggies and all of that stuff. Your traditional holiday spread. And then we had a whole dessert bar, too, with cookies and cupcakes and brownies.
Stop already.
It was awesome.
Hey, folks, enjoy your holiday parties. There's so many out there, but be safe. Remember, be responsible at your holiday parties and have a good time. Be responsible at your holiday parties.
Was that to Lisa?
Be responsible at your holiday parties and have a good time.
Are you pulling a Nick Saban? Are you talking to your team through your segments?
No. Anyhow, that being said, is all of the things, the chamber events that we have not gotten to today, or things that are happening through these holiday season. You can always go to the Chamber of Commerce website, as gilmerchamber.com, and if you can look at the top there, the calendar of events. If you click right there, everything will come up, and you can go through and find out everything happening in North Georgia and all of the holiday activities in our area. I'm your host, BKP, and this is Carla, and it's been Carla's Corner, and we'll be back right after these messages.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance, going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in LJ next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and LJ, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. I want to apologize to this audience, and I'm very much like to make sure that we're prepared in the morning and that we do the best we can to bring the best product we can in 2 hours. And I'm a little off. And I say it like this, I'm not as prepared as I'd like to be for the simple reason I have been multitasking. And I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. And you can find us at 706-889-9700. That's our hotline, and also chief@fetchernews.com and all the social media ways to look us up. But what I was getting at is, if you're new to the show, we had a murder, okay? So I'm just going to tell you this. I have been getting some details via law enforcement, details by a district attorney. When I say details, just some more things that are developing that they're able to talk about and not hurt the investigation. And there will be the appearance, as you well know. So when I say I'm not as prepared, my apology, because there was a fatal shooting in Fannin County, all right? Now, in Fannin County, Georgia, and you can pick this up on national. If you just go to FetcherNews.com and click on Fannin County, you will find the fatal shooting in Fannin County. And there's two 15-year-old kids, all right? And there's a lot to unpack here. These two 15-year-old kids murdered Justin McKinney, number 33 of Morganton, a drug dealer. Now, there's a lot of social media chatter out there. A lot, okay? And we're trying to unpack this without hurting an investigation. Because our rule here at FetcherNews.com, I will get a text message that says, hey, what's really going on here? And my I understand one of the news networks from Atlanta came up yesterday, parked outside the school. We're trying to talk to friends. Okay, here's what I am going to tell you is that 15-year-old kids are able to find these drug dealers to purchase drugs, okay, and I say nicely, I say with all due respect, I would like for law enforcement to find these drug dealers before 15-year-old kids. I asked somebody, I was on a phone this morning with somebody, and I said, how old is your oldest child? And they said 13. I said, think about that. These are 15-year-old kids, 33-year-old man selling them drugs. And you're going to say, well, our whole life, that's been happening, through history. But it just hits home here in Blairsville. That being said, these two young men, Blake Dickey, a.k.a. Blake Dye, 15 years old, and Hunter Hill, 15 years old, both of Blairsville, Georgia, for the murder of Justin McKinney, 33, of Morganton. They will go before a judge, okay? And I'm learning now they will go before Judge Brenda Weaver anywhere between 10 and noon. So somewhere in that window, we will be there in the courtroom. Anywhere in that window between 10 and noon, they will be going before Judge Brenda Weaver, Superior Court Judge in Fannin County. Now, there's 2 arrests right now. Who drove them? Who drove them to murder Justin McKinney? That is still under investigation, and that is developing, and you will find out soon. That's all I can tell you. But I don't care. We're not Atlanta media. We never will be Atlanta media. We're not getting up with the aspiration of being a satellite truck. We are not. As the CEO of this company, my aspiration is not to get up and be a satellite truck. My aspiration is get up, participate, cooperate, help law enforcement get the bad guys, at the same time get you information. So there is a third person, and I'm not even going to call them of interest, as the media will. There's a third person. There is a driver. That is under investigation, and when they complete what they need there, it's likely you will see a third arrest. That's not up to me, but likely you will see a third arrest in this case. Also, allegedly, okay, one of the brothers, and I don't know which one. Josh, would you know which one? Do you know which one? The brothers Dickey or Hill? Is it Blake Dickey's brother, or Blake Dickey's brother, or Hunter Hill's brother?
I can't be 100% sure.
Okay, we can't be 100%. All right, one of these guys' brother went and purchased. Sources, the social media chatter, sources say the night before purchased drugs from this Josh McKinney. We don't know if it was the night before, but purchased drugs from Josh McKinney, overdosed, was hospitalized. This is all chatter right now, okay? We can't confirm this, but we know we're real close to it. And supposedly they were avenging their brother purchasing bad drugs. Anna Franklin was in the house. She was shot in the and transported to the hospital. I do not at this time know who pulled the trigger. We will find that out today. We'll see if we can find that out today, who pulled the trigger. These guys were arrested in school. Okay. They had went, 1 a.m.? Let's see. GBI at 12:50, at 1 a.m. The caller, a female victim, indicated that she and a male victim had been shot. So they went at 1 a.m., all right, in the morning, shot this individual, McKinney, wounded the lady, and went to school. Went to school. They were arrested in school. They came to class. In fact, I spoke to a teacher last night that one of these kids was in their class, the teacher's class, that day after killing and murdering somebody at 1 a.m. 15-year-old kid. So it's all over the school. The scuttlebutt is all over the school. It's all over social media. We will try to fill in the details as they come to us. So I apologize for not being as prepared as I would like to be. All right, now everybody was together for a day. And let me explain the first 2 years, not completely, of Trump's presidency, and the last 2 years, the next 2 years. The first 2 years, obviously, day in, day out, there was excitement on the attempts he was making to drain the swamp, go after Peter Strzok, go after Lisa Page, go after Bruce Orr, the attempts to look closer into Hillary Clinton and her crime family. Those things were exciting to many of us. The next 2 years will be the two years that they will do everything they can. I know what you're saying. They've done everything they can for 2 years. It changes. I have to tell you, it changes, okay? This may be a very scary time, the next 2 years, for conservatives or people that want to drain the swamp or people that have hopes of taking this country and making it great again. Making the country great again is a large window, but many of us have a much narrow scope of what it will take to make the country great again, and that's my fear. So let's say this morning at 4:06, number 7, Trump on coming debt crisis. All right, the debt. Okay. Now, I'm going to say to you, we can't, as conservatives, we can't, as Republicans, we can't bury our head in the sand and forget the debt. All right? I watched George W. Bush up there eulogize his father yesterday, and yes, that's a sad moment, and my heart goes out to the family. George W. Bush gave us 2 wars, particularly one. George H.W. Bush added trillions of dollars to the debt. George W. Bush went to war. He claimed, okay, that he was avenging the attack of 9/11. He was avenging the attack of 9/11. We were looking, we tagged some bad guys. We tagged Saddam Hussein and we tagged bin Laden, right? We tagged some bad guys. So I'm not going to say they're not bad guys, but let's just say created. So we created a couple bad guys, bin Laden and Saddam Hussein. We blamed bin Laden for 9/11, and we created Saddam Hussein as weapons of mass destruction. And so we did that, okay? Let me remind you of something, all right? Let's go, before I go there, let's go here. Give me number... Hold on just a second, because I really want to get this out and put this together. The funeral is today in Houston, and it's over in Washington, D.C., and yes, I have the... Let's go to... I don't have a picture of Bush right now at the funeral, George W., but let's get off the debt crisis and Trump for a minute. Let's just go to farewell to a president, number 1. Anyhow, that being said, George W. Bush, you know, we found 2 bad guys, right? All right? Now, this morning, they're talking about the debt, okay? And Bush and Trump said, you know, I'll be gone. And by the time the debt reaches that collapsing moment in American history, in this country, I'll be gone, all right? Now, all of a sudden, Donald J. Trump just doesn't care about the debt. George W. Bush, the 2 wars, the 2 bad guys that were created, bin Laden and Saddam Hussein. We got the bad guys. America loves a good show, a TV show. We love it when we have bad guys to go get. We love it when we go for them. And then we love it when we catch the bad guys, all right? So it's like a series on TV. A lot of people are coming after me on this right now, and I'm not saying that we should have let bin Laden live, and he's not a bad guy, or Saddam. Just keep in mind, we created two bad guys. We created trillions of dollars on the national debt. Trillions. Through these wars. Not paid for. Where did that money go? Where did the trillions of dollars in debt that George W. Bush participated in, okay? Where did it go? Where did the trillions of dollars in debt that Barack Obama participated in, okay? Where did those trillions of dollars, whose pockets got that money, okay? But today, you have out there running all the media. Number 7, Trump on coming debt crisis. I won't be here when it blows up. Okay? Number 8, the friction came to a head in early 2017 when senior officials offered Trump charts and graphics laying out the numbers and showing a hockey stick spike in the national debt in the not too distant future. In response, Trump noted that the data suggested the debt would reach a critical mass only after his possible second term in office. So they showed him a graph and they said, okay, if you're reelected here, you're out here. Here is the critical date. And Trump said, well, I'll be gone when it blows up. But now the debt, okay? So in the next 2 years, all I'll tell you is we're going to find the debt in the next 2 years. We're going to, I don't know what the stock market is doing this morning, if it's open yet, because I don't have to purchase or trade or buy any stock. So I don't know what it's going to do, what interest rates will do, what the coming recession that they want to believe that we're in. Now we have the debt. Trump doesn't care. That's big news today going around, Trump not caring about the debt. But I want to say one more time, and I'll move on. I just want to use this as a highlight. Paul Ryan didn't care about the debt. Nancy Pelosi didn't care about the debt. Okay? Go back and look at this debt. How it surged, where it has grown. All right? Why we do not have zero-based budgeting, why we don't have pay-go, why we do not have, with Republicans in control, right here, to me, is the reason, one of the reasons why the Republicans are not in power in the House anymore. Quickly, the House of Representatives is the purse strings of the country. Absolutely. They're the purse strings of the country. And, you know, the spending goes up and up and up. The omnibus bills go up and up and up. The payments for war have gone up and up and up. The payments for bailouts, you name it. And now they have found the debt. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to wrap up today with several other stories that are going on out there. And this election issue in North Carolina. Democrats have found a North Carolina election that they think Republicans are up to some corruption. No, not Orange County, California. Not Broward County, Florida. Democrats have found a district in North Carolina. I'm your host, BKP. Let's take a brief break.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LOJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your healthful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge, we have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance, going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most trusted names in automotive services in the Blue Ridge area. In 1997, Nicholson Tire Center became what it is today, holding the same values of faith, family, and great customer service. 2 locations to serve you, and the Blue Ridge location is currently expanding to offer fast service and the largest U-Haul provider in Georgia. Nicholson Tire Center, Blue Ridge, and Mineral Bluff.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Circuit World, with multiple locations to serve you in Murphy and Franklin, North Carolina, Blairsville, Blue Ridge, and Ellijay, Georgia. Locally owned and operated since 1985. Appliances, electronics, and furniture. Name brand products like LG, Samsung, Dell, Whirlpool, Ashley, Catnapper, and more. No credit check, only 10% down on furniture, and only $10 down on any new lease purchase. Mention FYN10 for your special deal today at Circuit World.
Do you feel like healthcare has become too impersonal?
3 times an hour, I'll get you in, I'll get you out.
At Lifetime Medical Center, you're more than a number. We get to know you, not just your medical issues. Dr. Alana Kent is board certified in family practice and offers same-day appointments. She and her staff treat conditions from minor to chronic issues. Lifetime Medical Center, convenient to Jasper and Blue Ridge.
This may sting a little.
Here's to 60 years of Pizza Hut, to original pan, to stuffed crust, and to the best of both. The new double cheesy crust pan pizza with stuffed crust cheese baked just inside the golden edge of original pan. Here for a limited time. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Okay, folks, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Now, it's that time of year as you listen to all the Christmas music and you're hearing Joy to the World and all these peaceful Christmas songs and how beautiful. It can be the most stressful time of the year. Actually, research says it can be the most stressful time of the year trying to get everything done. And that being said, anxiety, whatever. But this morning we will be with Dr. David Markwell. Dr. David Markwell from Ridgeline Counseling will be discussing with us this morning anxiety, stress during these holiday seasons, and some things you can do to deal with it. So that's coming up in just a couple minutes. Don't miss that. And a couple things I wanted to do today. Is just talk about some of the things that are out there in the news. Let me give you some highlights here. For example, and I don't have time to go into the North Carolina story. Okay. One to keep an eye on, the debt. The debt, okay? Over and over and over the debt. They will push that in the next 2 years. Two, Chuck Schumer will act as though they won the Senate. Nancy Pelosi has the House. Schumer will act as though they won the Senate and the Democrats. Now, you're going to say, well, they act like that anyway. That's half the problem we have is Republicans let the Democrats act like they're in charge. This will be worse, okay? Chuck Schumer will act like he is in charge. So you will get the impression, and the media will lead you to believe in a roundabout way by their actions, that the Democrats have both chambers. It's something to watch for because they've got to. Dems are crying foul in undecided North Carolina race. Okay, this is an interesting race. House Democrats are ramping up pressure on Republicans to investigate allegations of voter fraud in North Carolina's 9th Congressional District, one of the last midterm races still undecided. Okay, Democrats are looking for something here. I don't know if I sent those pictures to you, Josh. I had a lot going on. I don't think I did this morning. Let's see if I sent that to you, because there's a couple I wanted to show you, and I actually did not. Okay, I did not send those to you. But that being said, North Carolina sent a congressional race, 9th district. Going to watch that. Number 16. Senators push for deal targeting Saudi Arabia. Okay. Number 17, Bob Corker retired. Okay. Now keep in mind, there's something I want you to keep in mind before we close today. Senator number 17, there's Bobby Corker. Corker's from Tennessee. Marsha Blackburn, or not Blackwell, Blackburn, I think, won the Senate seat there in Tennessee. Okay, new senator. There's little Bobby Corker. He's going home to Tennessee, and he is causing an uproar on one side of the hallway there in the Senate. And he says, senators push for deal targeting Saudi Arabia after getting CIA briefing on role of Crown Prince in journalist's death. Okay, journalist's death. Go to card for a second, just for a second. Go to card. Come back. I'm right. I'm so sorry, folks. I'm getting a lot of details. My apology. I'm getting a lot of details and updates on. I'm getting a lot of details and updates concerning the Fannin County murder. They're coming in and getting a lot of information. So I apologize. I really apologize, okay, for the delays and being a little off today. But we are working on this murder case where a drug dealer was killed. Sources say his head blown off. Sources are telling me gun to the head, blew it off, and was going to do the same with the woman, and she put the arm up and went through her bicep or something. But that being said, okay, so we're getting so many details on that, and I'm trying to keep up with that. That's the biggest story in our area in North Georgia. So Bobby Corker, let's go back to number 17 as I wrap this up. Tennessee senator, okay. Senators push for deal targeting Saudi Arabia after getting CIA briefing on role of Crown Prince and journalist death. He is leaving. He's lame duck. I have never, I mean never's a long time, I can't remember the last time I have seen a senator, a sitting senator as a lame duck that has no power pushing their weight around with. Now he is one that the media is running around saying, oh, you know, even Republicans are pushing back. I'd like for you to send me an email at chief@fetchernews.com and give me your position, your reason why you think this Khashoggi is such a big deal to these journalists. Now, supposedly Trump, Saudi Arabia booked 500 rooms at Trump Tower there in Washington, D.C. You wait. This is not about Khashoggi. This is the door opening why Trump is tied to the Saudis, the corruption there. There'll be an investigation. This is what they're doing to open an investigation. It's nothing to do with Khashoggi. I want to hear from you what you think, but this is all set up to do an investigation into business ties once again and making money internationally for the Trump organization with the Saudis. So you get the Russians, you get the Saudis. They will muck this water up for 2 years. This cloud will get bigger and bigger, okay? And if the American people are not biting the Russia investigation, see, the Russia investigation went here, Americans a little not interested. When the House gets it, they'll ramp it up, make it more interesting, make the episodes more interesting to watch, and then they will bring in the Saudi, which will bring a different taste to the palate of people consumed with this kind of stuff that keep a cloud going over there for 2020. So Corker's doing everything he can, his part in the deep state of trying to keep this cloud going and creating the Saudi Arabian cloud, okay, for the one side of the investigation. You got to remember, there's going to be two right now. There may be 3, 4, 5, but there's going to be two targets. Trump and the Saudis, okay, that'll be a daily investigation. He's doing his part getting that going. And then Bob Mueller, okay, another lame duck. All right, another lame duck over here. And that is Jeff Flake, number 13. Jeff Flake, the lame duck there, is doing his part on the Judiciary Committee to scrap votes on judges, okay, because he wants the protection bill. He wants the protection bill on Saudi Arabia, okay. I'm not sorry, on Bob Mueller. He wants a protection bill on Bob Mueller, which he knows is unconstitutional. And then number 14, the Trump organization has been subpoenaed by D.C. Circuit and in a Maryland court demanding business tax records may shed light on Trump's finances. They're not trying to shed light on Trump's finances. They're trying to They're trying to shed light on Trump's finances in regards to Saudi Arabia, okay? That's Khashoggi. It's interesting that we didn't pay enough interest on 9/11. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. We will return tomorrow morning. When we come back tomorrow morning, we'll be at trying to do so many things. Again, I apologize to you guys out there. But tomorrow morning we will be at Circuit World in Blue Ridge. Don't miss tomorrow morning, Circuit World at Blue Ridge, 8:05, Ask the Doc. 8:45, right around that area, the All-Star Political Panel. And then 9:15, North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton. And 9:30, North Georgia Senior Living with Jesse Barton. And 9:45, our Pet of the Week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. I'm your host, BKP. We're going to take a brief break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about stress, anxiety through the holidays with Ridgeline Counseling, Dr. David Markwell. We'll be back right after these messages.
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in Ellijay, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair, and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
Ace is your helpful place for paint and home goods, tools, outdoor living, and lawn equipment. But did you know Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge is a little bit more? We have hunting rifles and accessories for your next hunting trip. We have Amish furniture imported directly from Ohio. And we have Ace Custom Woodworks for all your custom wood project needs, from cabinets to artwork. Ace Hardware of Blue Ridge. We have your new house in stock.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
The leaves aren't the only thing falling in Jasper. The prices are falling too at Days Chevrolet. Now during the model year end clearance, get huge savings up to $14,000 off Chevy Silverado Crew Cab and save up to $7,000 off new Chevy Cruze. The prices are falling on every 2018 Chevy in stock during the model year end clearance. Going on now at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys always cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Okay, joining us now on the line is Dr. David Markwell from Ridgeline Counseling, and our subject today is stress and anxiety. I know we're going into the holiday season, but this is something people struggle with or deal with all year long, but particularly maybe this time of year. So we're glad to have Dr. David Markwell again with Ridgeline Counseling with us. Dr. Markwell, how are you today?
I'm well. How are you, sir?
Well, I hope you're not stressed out. So how about that?
No.
And not to make light of it, but we are discussing this in the holiday season, and I have heard several accounts that this could be the most stressful time of the year.
It can for several reasons. Of course, it's not just the emotional stress of trying to squeeze in certain activities and things in a limited period of time, because from Thanksgiving through the end of the year, even counting like New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, we're talking a lot of activities, probably a lot of family activities and work-related activities in a matter of just 4 weeks, 6 weeks maximum. And then on top of that, you also have a lot of expectations, like family, friends, kids, wanting certain items. Not that it's all about, asking and receiving, but that's a part of it. You have financial stressors that come from that. And then, of course, travel stressors, and then weather. And you're definitely right. It's a very stressful time of the year.
Well, we sing the holiday songs, and they're peaceful and goodwill to men and peace on earth, but that doesn't. It's not what it looks like sometimes. As we're rushing around trying to make every Christmas party, make every family event, make everybody happy. Wow, that was a big one, right? Sometimes we work too hard to make everybody happy. So, what is the difference between stress and anxiety? That's what I'm looking. Are they connected? Is there a difference? And what is anxiety and stress?
And that's a good question. I think what you were discussing earlier and what we were talking about with regard to the holidays, for the most part, is what's referred to as stress. The one way that I always encourage people to be aware of it is stress is more external based and anxiety is more internal based. So externally, when you have things like traffic and, I think Black Friday, when you see those videos of people pushing and shoving and running over people, it's like you said, definitely that does not equate with a lot of the it's the most wonderful time of the year songs and things that we hear. That's more of a stress because it's being created, externally by those types of things. Anxiety, on the other hand, is more internal. Now, a person may have both. A person may be feeling a lot of external stressors at work and things, and on top of it, have a lot of internal anxiety in their thoughts about, things aren't well at work. What if I lose my job? And then their mind starts running and racing, and the term that sometimes uses ruminating, it's kind of like that hamster wheel that just keeps turning and turning and turning. And that anxiety sometimes will go way out, even beyond what the stress really is, and so forth. So they're similar but very, very different.
Well, let me say this on personally. I deal with dread.
Okay.
And that's that me personally. And does that fit it more into the anxiety of something? Because I'll get asked about something. I go and I speak to different groups or I do different things, and somebody will say, are you excited about that? No, I dread it. I dread it, and I will have this enormous dread about something, and then as soon as I get there and I'm doing it or involved, it's over, completely over. But somehow I deal with what I call dread.
Right. And that sense of dread is actually more of an anxiety-based type of condition. Stress would be if you're up speaking in front of someone and, the old proverbial butterflies in your stomach, that would be more stress. But if someone's asking you about how do you feel about your upcoming lecture or your upcoming speech, and that speech is, let's say, 2 weeks away from there, and you say, I feel this sense of dread, that definitely is more of an anxiety condition.
Yeah, let's go back to stress for a minute, and I think what so many Americans deal with stress today, and I think it's important that we go over and talk about a couple management skills or how to manage stress and some of the different kinds of stress that we deal with that we need to manage. Could you highlight some of those for us?
Exactly. A real quick search, for example, if you type in stress management on the web, you'll find all different types of things. A lot of times those stress management skills aren't as effective for anxiety, but they definitely can be very helpful for stress. First and foremost is trying to find a balance. And that has to do, I think we had talked about before in previous times, about the whole idea of expectations, but trying to find, as the saying is, a work-life balance or a travel, stay-at-home balance. Sometimes we get that balance off and then it creates a stress, or we sometimes put more stress on ourselves based on what we think people are wanting from us or expecting from us. So you want to look at it from the standpoint, there is the idea of like looking at the proverbial what's on my plate, and then saying, okay, what is something right now that needs to really be addressed? One of the favorite things that I like to do myself, and I also suggest that people do, is it's out of the book that Stephen Covey wrote years ago called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And he talks about the importance of learning to prioritize. And he uses the analogy of 4 boxes in our life, and we need to look at them. And here are the 4 boxes. One is called urgent and important. One is called urgent, not important. One is called important, not urgent. And then one is called not urgent and not important. And what he says is that we need to divide pretty much, and this would be something really helpful during the holiday stress, is to look at it from the standpoint of what are the things in my life that fit the category of being both urgent and important. And that's where we need to put our energy. And then to divide the other things in and put energy but less energy. So, for example, that not urgent and not important, a lot of times those are the little mundane things that we do. And we feel this sense of accomplishment about getting those done and accomplished, but we leave that other box on, the urgent and important box up there, and that's that really major thing that's weighing heavily on us. And so I like the idea of finding the balance and learning to prioritize. And then, a lot of the stress management skills will tell you about learning to, the proverbial, breathing in and trying to take time to just soothe yourself. It's sometimes helpful in the, for example, if you're out shopping, sometimes it's good just to stop, go over, grab a cup of coffee, sit down, and just kind of chill out for a little bit.
You brought up something, and it was interesting, and you brought up something very direct to me here. Stephen Covey's book. I think it's now, 20 years old, maybe a little older, but somewhere in that area.
Yeah.
It's on my bookshelf. And I've read the book twice. And it is where I really made a personal divide, and I don't care to share this with the audience, of what was in my control and out of my control.
Exactly.
And I really gravitated to that in that book, and I'm glad you bring that up again. The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, is that the name of it? Is something like that?
Yeah.
But it's the 7 Habits.
Right.
And it's by Stephen Covey. But it was in that book to where I really picked up, hey, this is out of my control. I mean, because in management my whole life, and I don't mean to bring this into a personal, but in management of my whole life, I've been making decisions since I was 20 years old in management with a team of people, and I had to learn what was in my control and out of my control. And what was out of my control, I needed to relax because it was out of my control, simple as that. But that is one of the big takeaways in that book for me.
Exactly. And that's something very helpful, I think, during this time period to deal with stress in particular. And it can also help with the anxiety, but definitely with the stress is traffic, for example, falls outside of our control. Now, how we drive can fall within our control, but how other people drive, it's outside of our control. Whether or not, the stores are filled with people or not, or if the store is out of an item, those are things outside of our control. So that's another great strategy that definitely could help a person if properly applied, to find some, ease to the stress that they're having.
Well, I appreciate you very much, and I know stress and anxiety. One more thing, and I don't mean to run long on anxiety. Some people get to the point to where anxiety is just really something they have the fear of going out of the house or going into places, and it gets worse. Is anxiety something that can be a medical problem that you have to deal with, or emphasize a little more on anxiety? Go a little deeper on that for me, if you don't mind.
Oh, absolutely. Anxiety definitely can be more incapacitating from a standpoint of long term than stress can. A lot of times, like your example of when you are finally at that lecture or that presentation that you're giving, everything eases at that point. That's usually more descriptive of stress. Anxiety is something that definitely can be more chronic and long term. And a lot of times people deal with anxiety to the point where a lot of the stress management techniques, as I mentioned, are not as effective. And so you have to look at it from two angles. Some people do need some medical professional help with regard to dealing with the racing thoughts and the ruminating thoughts that are going on with that. And sometimes that can be medication, but other times it's really trying to differentiate what I call the reality versus what is the concept. Sometimes we add so much more of a significant concept to the reality that we're dealing with that the anxiety continues to get into this like cyclical kind of matter and so forth. And so a lot of times it's like an old saying that I read years ago: things in life are not as bad as my mind makes them out to be. And so that's a mantra that would be very helpful at times for people to kind of repeat to themselves.
Don't create a problem that's not there.
Exactly.
How about that? Dr. Markwell, I want to tell you how much we appreciate you, and I always enjoy our time together and getting to discuss these subjects. And we want to thank you again for this and wish you and your family a nice holiday season as you're rushing through, getting ready, and hopefully it's not too stressful.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You have a nice day. So that's Dr. David Markwell, Ridgeline Counseling, and you have there on the screen where you can get in touch with Dr. David Markwell if you would like to talk to him, make an appointment, or discuss anything with the Ridgeline Counseling. There, the numbers on the screen, how to contact them. And our subject today, stress and anxiety. So I hope things are not too stressful and the anxiety is not a big problem. Right? There you go. Also, Dr. David Markwell's segments can be seen. You can go and share these with your friends on our YouTube channel, and that is FYN TV, Fetcher News YouTube. And we'll be right back.